Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Neon Dynasty draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more draft content, and comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. You can also say hello to Twitch chat because I am streaming this live on Twitch. So we're getting ready to rumble. We got some chat folks here to help, but I will still be focusing on all of the cards. It is my second draft of the format. The rare is March of Reckless Joy, a card that I'm not a huge fan of. It's kind of an expensive way to get 2 extra cards, which you don't really need to prioritize in modern day limited. There's just so many ways to get card advantage that March of Reckless Joy is not a priority. In the uncommons, we see Thirst for Knowledge as a pretty good card advantage engine, and Kumano faces Kakazan, which I think is a pretty good card. I wheeled one in my first draft, so I'm not sure other players are prioritizing it, but it does seem pretty good to me. And then there is Orochi Merge Keeper, there is Naomi, but I'm not going to start with a gold card when there's strong other options, especially because this one's a little bit difficult to enable. And then in the commons, I think the best common is probably the Tanuki. Nothing else really stands out in the commons. So I think it's between the Tanuki and then one of these uncommons. I think Commando is pretty good. I kind of want to take the... I think Orochi Merge Keeper might just be better than Tanuki. I kind of want to try it out as well. See if I can get it rolling. Tanuki's a fine pick. Any of these uncommons would be fine as well. Interesting. So the rare is missing out of this pack, so we don't get a ton of info there. There's another Naomi. And there is an Invigorating Hot Springs and another Orochi. I think I'll just keep taking the Orochis if I keep seeing them. Invigorating Hot Springs, another good card. Just being able to put counters on stuff also works well with the Orochi. It's a little early to be taking a gold card, though. Chico's Reign of Truth can go well in certain decks. If I'd taken a first pick red card, I would probably take the Hot Spring. I don't know. I think that Merge Keeper's fine, as is the Hot Spring. This card seems pretty solid to me, but it's not like an insane priority. I kind of want to take the Hot Spring. Like there's a 2-mana, like there's a common version that does this. This is only like a slightly better variant because it can tap for 2, which is pretty significant, but this might not even be better than Tanuki. I just like starting with a 2-drop. I'm going to take the Hot Spring. I don't really need to force my way down a Merge Keeper direction, and they work well together. Okay, so we see 2 very good black uncommons. There's Oni Colt Anvil, which only goes into black-red, but which is a very good card in black-red. I've had several people in the comments section say, yes, Oni Colt Anvil is fantastic. And then Dokuchi Silencer is just excellent if you can enable it. I've also been pretty impressed when my opponents play Tales of Master Sashiro against me, even though it does cost 5. Intercessor's Arrest, solid removal. You are already dead solid. I think I'm going to take the Dokuchi Silencer, though. I think this card is just good. And it's a monocolored card, even while this is a gold card. So I'm just way less likely to play this one at this point. I could technically play this in a black-green deck. There's a You Already Dead, which is pretty nice for black. Tails, so maybe black-green is open. Intercessor's Arrest, pretty good. So, but I'm going to take the Silencer. I think is a good card. And early on, I like to trust my instincts on whether a card is good or not. Okay, this is the common version of the Orochi Merge Keeper I was talking about, because you can channel it to get a 1/1. Twisted Embrace is a pretty good removal spell. Perfect follow-up to the Silencer. Not really seeing a ton of stuff in blue to pair like a blue-black deck, but you can put this in just any deck and it'll be pretty nice. Generous Visitor could go well in some strategies. But pretty easy Twisted Embrace, following up the black card with another strong black card, potentially giving myself a base to work around. Visitor's good in certain decks. It's not good in every deck, I don't think. Like, it's probably solid in any deck, but I'd rather just take a rock-solid card to follow up my Silencer with. Okay. So we see Exemplar, Intercessor's Arrest, and just a Lethal Exploit. I like taking the Exploit. I could maybe build towards a black-green splashing red modified deck. Lethal Exploit works well with the Hot Spring because you can start spreading the counters around. There's a Grafted Growth, which could go well in that ramp style deck. It works really well with the Merge Keeper in particular. Hot Springs may be splashable. We'll have to see. There's a few white cards. Maybe a white-green Aura's deck would have been viable, taking that Generous Visitor. But I think I'm just going to keep taking black cards. I think Lethal Exploit is pretty good. And I'm going to just see where that direction leads me. I'm not a huge fan of the Kami. of Terrible Secrets. And I will say, I am trying to hover over the cards when I talk about them, but there's just so many cards to talk about that it's a little hard. So don't worry, people in the comments, I am thinking of you. Okay, so now we see in this pack, Secluded Courtyard, which isn't really great for me. I need my mana to be able to cast my spells, not just my creatures of a similar type. Imperial Oath is pretty solid, but not really for my deck right now. This card's not particularly great. Synthesizer's not great. Honestly, none of these cards are great. I could still just play a black-red deck. I did pass the black-red gold card, which does hurt a little bit for that sort of deck. But the Song Shaper's fine. Synthesizer could go well. I'm just going to take the 2-drop, I think. I could still end up in black-red, even though I did pass on the gold card. Synthesizer does have good synergy in black-red, but I think this will be fine. I would rather be black-green, though, because I think that way I can maybe splash the Hot Springs. I think this card's pretty good, the Jukai Preserver. It can put counters on 2 creatures, makes the Merge Keeper nice, makes the Lethal Exploit better. It's a pretty solid pickup. We are seeing a lot of white cards. So yeah, we're just going to take this. Could also just move in a straight up green-red direction. Seeing a couple of good blue cards here. Kami of Industry. I think I'm just going to take Bearer of Memory. Try to get deeper into green. It's not the best card. It's also a Synthesizer, which doesn't feel like it has all that much synergy in my deck. It's more of a synergy piece, I think, than anything. Works decently with the Kami. Well, I wheeled Greater Tanuki, so I kind of free-rolled that Orochi Merge Keeper. So that might just mean green is open, or that nobody likes the Tanuki. It will help me splash the Hot Spring, though. So I've got 2 Merge Keepers now. Thornwood Falls. I'm not really planning on splashing blue, so I'm just going to take another Merge Keeper. Looking like green is wide open. I'm going to take air because I think I'm going to have decent amount of modified over the Papercraft Decoy. Just a fine card, but not exceptional. I mean, it's like just rock solid. Oh, okay. There's Ecologist's Terrarium if I did want to splash. Pretty good for splashing. There's also Careful Cultivation for another ramp card. And this if I wanted to splash white. I already have the 2 Orochis. I'm going to take the Terrain. I think it could help me with my splash. Also could let me splash multiple a different color, maybe. And we have got... There is the Mukotai Soul Ripper. I'm not going to splash this, but I am kind of a base green deck, black deck, but not by a ton. This card does seem good to me. Like, when I first saw it, it looked pretty good. It's more of an aggressive card. I'm not really a super aggressive deck. I'm tempted by the Boseiju, Reaches Skyward. I'm also tempted by, like, the Jukai Trainee. Kind of want to try the Boseiju card. Seems pretty strong. And then I can just play a bunch of expensive cards and stuff like that. There's a Go Shintai. Maybe I'll wheel another Tanuki. Master's Rebuke is nice. I do like the Bloodfell Caves for helping me splash if I do decide to splash red. There's another Tanuki, but I think you just need to prioritize your removal spells when you're playing any green deck because you're going to struggle a little bit sometimes. I do like the Tanuki, though. I also like the Season of Renewal. Bloodfell Cave. I think I would take Master's Rebuke, then Tanuki, then Bloodfell Caves here. Jukai Preserver, another Master's Rebuke. Let's check my removal count. So I have 1, 2, 3 removal spells. I'll just take another Master's Rebuke. I do like the Preserver, and the Uncharted Haven would be good for my mana too. Don't get me wrong, those would be good cards. But I'm also just fine taking good black and green cards. I'm also going to be really fine taking really expensive cards because I do have a lot of... this card seems decent to me because I have a lot of ways to ramp and stuff. The Long Reach of Night is interesting. Like, good, decent value. I also have heard the Long Reach of Night is bugged. I could take the Jungle Hollow just to make my mana better. I think I'm just going to take the Trainee, though. Rock solid 2-drop. Good for blocking. It, like, makes them sack a creature, or makes them discard a card even if they wouldn't have a creature to sacrifice. At least that's what I've heard. I'm just going to take the 2-drop over the Jungle Hollow. Maybe I'll wheel a Jungle Hollow. Just going to make sure my deck functions in the early turns. Boom. Tales of Master Sashira is what I want. Nice top-end card. I'll probably play as many of these as I get. I have enough 2-drops. I don't need more Rampers. I've got the Merge Keepers. So yeah, Tails is a great pickup. Also helps me with my modified synergies. Currently I'm not splashing, but I could totally splash if I see a compelling reason to. Another Trainee. Trainee is just excellent. I wouldn't mind a Grafted Growth. I'd play one. Tanuki! I think the Reckoner rate is good. My deck isn't that aggressive, though, so I just want another top-end card. I basically just want to get Tanukis into play, buff up my guys with modified stuff. And then maybe have a little bit of extra value. Something. I'm going to start out by being pretty high on Fade into Antiquity. Hey, Charlie. I don't need a splash removal. I've got a lot. Fade into Antiquity is pretty good. I already have a couple Trainees. I think Trainee's great, but I think Fade into Antiquity is just good removal in this set. Does he wheel the Tanuki? Yes, he does. I'm just going to play as many Tanukis as I get. I have so much ramp already. I already have Tanukis to ramp me. I already have a couple of the Trainees. I have 2 Merge guys. So yeah, I'm just going to keep taking these big guys. And another Tanuki. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Thank you so much, Icy Firestorm Phoenix, for the subscription. I appreciate it. It's between Tanuki and a season, and I'm just going to keep taking Tanukis. I'll play Favor over as a combat trick, maybe. Who gets the black-green land? Commune would be fine because I have so many enchantments. Take Cultivation of the Archer just to get more ramp. And the Grafted Growth came back perfect. So I can basically do anything I want in this pack. I could do that. I would have to give up on my black cards. I mean, I didn't see a lot of black cards in the first pack, and I could just splash like Lethal Exploit if I wanted to. And if all my Tanukis are channeled, I can just get them all back. Azus is a fine card. I mean, there's nothing else I'm really passing up on to take this. So I might as well. Okiba Salvage can be used to get a Tanuki back pretty early in the game. It's also Roaring Earth. I'm just going to take a Master's Rebuke. If I do end up in a black-white deck, I'm in a green-white deck, I'm going to want the interaction. Also this is a pretty good card. I'd rather just have Master's Rebuke. Keep taking the expensive cards. Jay Rolla, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate it. I don't think cheating on 1 mana with my Okiba Salvage is going to make a huge difference. I'm going to take Roaring Earth. Seems like a nice card. Harmonious Emergence. Containment Construct. Whenever I discard a card, so if I channel it, I can cast it in the same turn. I already have enough 2-drops. I don't think I need that. Do I want to splash red for anything? Not really. Nobody's a fan of the Master's Rebuke. Ooh, Web Spinner Cuff. That's a good way to spend mana. Another Merge Keeper. I am ramping hard. Not really into anything, just into my Tanukis, but still. Kind of going to ramp into that. I think I'm going to play it. Grove Archer's probably better. I'm probably not going to play it, though. Got another Roaring Earth. Nice. Yeah, there's no reason to go mono green, though. I have, like, infinite fixing. Like, I have enough cards to do it, but I don't think there's a real reason to ever go mono green in this situation. Like, there's no reason to. I have so much fixing. Like, it would be worth it to just play this card and play, like, 7 planes. Which I might just do, because I have 4 Master's Rebuke, so I don't really need the removal. Lethal Exploit's pretty sweet. I might try both versions. I might try the Brilliant Restoration version. Just get back all my Tanukis that they happen to kill. Commune with Spirits. Not really in the market for that. My deck is so redundant anyway. Howdy, Ant. I don't need more removal spells because I already have 4 Master's Rebukes. I'm 1 draft in Quantum, but I'm optimistic. Looks pretty fun so far. And this deck looks sweet. I think we're going to play the 4 white card. It's going to be cool. I have so much fixing, and it should be doable. I could maybe even also splash black for the lethal exploits, but I don't think I need them. Thank you so much, Raisha Knight, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to cut some of these Harmonious Emergences. I cut the Favor of Jukai. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops that are all pretty solid. A couple of Roaring Earths for the late game, Tanukis for the late game. Don't need the air. Probably don't need the Bearer, but it's a fine mana sink, potentially. I know, the combo with Roaring Earth, I kind of want to keep 1 Harmonious Emergence just for that combo, because it's so sweet. Basically, you like make a massive creature, and then you give it like a pseudo protection for a turn. It's so greedy not to play those. I think this is a fine build. I think I still want 17 lands. just so I can just ramp into my stuff really quickly and just deploy them all at once. I think I'm playing just my strongest cards, generally speaking. 10-7 is probably fine. I just need one forest to function. Got 4 of those. Got a bunch of powerful late game cards. Yeah, let's try it. I'm excited to see how this one does. 22 green cards, 1 white card. This could be really fun. I will see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my content at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special shout out to those at the credits level. If you've never heard of Patreon, it is a site where you, the viewer, can go and pledge an amount of your choosing each month to my content to help me continue to make videos and also gain access to some Patreon exclusive rewards like access to my Neon Dynasty card by card tier list. If Patreon is something that sounds like it would interest you, it's also worth noting that there's no long-term commitment, so you don't have to lock in, and you can check it out, cancel at any time, or rejoin the Patreon if you decide to do so. You can find more information at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, links in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We're going to keep it. We are just ramping. Heavy on the ramp. I wish we had, wish we had taken one of those cards that's like the one that like deals, not deals, the one that like gets you back an enchantment and a creature. But we kind of have the ultimate version of that. This deck is literally just mono green plus like one like kind of late game card that could just like win me the game, and I hope it gets me back like a billion cards because that would be fun. It's really funny because a bunch of people were like telling me that I should have been taking a different quadruple white card in my first draft. And I was like, I don't play quadruple colored cards. And then I just like immediately do it in my very next draft. I'm not going to attack. They could have a deal 4 to an attacker card. Or like they could have a way to make some 1/1s, and I just want to be able to jam my Tanuki next turn. That's fine by me. Tanuki, number 1. I think Ram Through is just literally straight up better, right? Like, it's just a strictly better version. Like, if I had Ram Through, I could deal a bonus damage to them. Oh no, Weaver. So sad. Aww. Oh, this is gonna be sick. I'm gonna get back my Boseiju and just get more. Oh my gosh, this is devastating. I'm running low on lands already, that's hilarious. I'm gonna hold this rebuke in case they play a Tanuki of their own. Because I do only have one spell in my hand. I'm not going to let him double trigger it. I'll just hit him. The good news is I don't have that many lands left. The bad news is I don't have a lot of anything left right now. I'm running on fumes. No, it got exiled. I'm so sad. No. Maybe they're gonna wish they'd killed the branch of Boseiju. No! Oh my gosh. That's not gonna be fast enough. No, 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 opponent. Boseiju, it shall carry me to victory. They strike right at my core. I think I have them dead now. Buff up a Orochi. Attack all, they go block, block, take 3. Boseiju carries me to victory. It's just Ren and 7 put it in chat. It costs 1 less mana than Ren and 7. It's so true. It's too good. Man. That was powerful. That felt good. Feels good, man. Let's just do that again, over and over. Just play Tanukis. I mean, I didn't even have a particularly good draw. I drew a lot of lands. I mean, I also just naturally get a lot of lands when I play that Boseiju card. And I essentially played the Boseiju card twice. I'm really hoping I have a big, like, one of those enchantments going off. Oh, yes, this is a great hand. Showing off the power of the Tanuki. The Tanuki shall carry me to victory. Indeed. Sounds like the start of a rap song. This Tanuki rhymes with victory. Tanuki to victory. Indeed, Quantum. I just love the Ren and 7 comparison by Grimlock. I'll bet you my deck is greener than your deck. I actually made a draft guide for this set, Skulls Gaming. Oh no! Not gonna let them see that I have the Tanuki ramp. Yep, that's a problem. Maybe they won't attack because they think I have the deal 4 to an attacker card. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Find my draft guide. So we're behind. They had a better curve out than us. We don't have a card to play yet. I'm going to get a plains so I can work towards that quad plains that I need. I'm going to exile that now. It's going to be a problem going forward. Next turn I can play Tanuki. Then I can play Tales of Master Sushiro. I'm beginning to think this wasn't a great first pick card. Just not that powerful compared to like the common version. Forget what I took it over. It worked out fine, but not quite as good as it could have maybe. I think I could also play 16 lands in this deck because I have so much mana ramp. No! I'm in trouble if they have an interaction spell for Tanuki, which is relatively likely. Fade into Antiquity would wreck me. If they, like, pacify it, it's not the best for me either. But, you know, I didn't have any real agency over which cards I played this game, I don't think. I just kind of played them as I saw them. I could have played Tales of Master Sushiro without getting a counter. That was, like, the only decision I made this game. I guess I could have also, like, faded into Antiquity this on turn 3. That doesn't sound all that good, though. Yeah. Not the literal worst that could have happened. So now I can either go Tails and then try to, like, zap that forest. I think my best chance of winning is still just playing another Tanuki and hoping they don't have anything. Like, sure, I could survive, but if they have an interaction spell, I'm in super big trouble anyway. And this way I actually have a chance to start winning the game, because if I get a 2-for-1 using Master's Rebuke, like I use Tails, buff this up, attack them with Vigilance, use Master's Rebuke if they double block, that could be really good. Obviously, if they have interaction here, I just lose, but I was not doing the greatest in this game anyway. So it's like, take your chances where you see them sometimes. Okay. Interesting. The question is, when they attack, do I just go to 1? Or do I chump? If I draw a land, I certainly will wish I had not chumped. I mean, if I don't draw a land, I will wish I hadn't chumped, I think. If I don't jump here, then next turn, they're going to attack with everything, because I'm going to have Master Sushiro on the Tanuki. I'll be able to eat their forest, chump their Seven-Tail Mentor, and zap their Naturalist. If I don't draw a land, I'll just use... If I do draw a land, I can still do everything I want to do. Okay, so my plan paid off. Actually wrecked by playing the white cards, because now I can't channel this and Use Rebuke. Yeah, I mean, I think this deck is one of the better ones I could have drafted in my seat. I have Interaction. I have the Master's Rebuke. I just needed to draw an extra land for this to work really well. And who knows, maybe this will work. Yeah, I could do this. Like, yep. Oh well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Nice 2-for-1, never mind. Yeah. It was a tough one. Yeah. I'm so glad you enjoyed my content, Scullies. Oh, let's go. This could be good. We're gonna have so much mana so early in the game. And we have the Boseiju. Boseiju is such a good card. I might just play the Boseiju this next turn. Get it rolling. Help thin my deck a little bit. I wish I had better ways to spend all my mana. I have a couple of X spells. Charge! So I have infinite mana now, as one would expect. My hand is all lands. I definitely wish I had like a bunch more ways to spend my mana. It's not even flooding, because I like literally play like a bunch of ramp cards. Oh no, my mana dork, it's dead. Whatever shall I do? I am in deep, deep pain and distress. I don't like to think of it as flooding, I just like to think of it as my top decks are very live. Ho-ho! Get wrecked. The Virus Beetle. Sick 2-for-1, buddy. Sick 2-for-1. Oh no. The Web Spinner Cuff. Yes, the Tanuki! He gets the Tanuki. Everything he needs is coming into place. Tanuki! Incredible draw, actually. One of the best. One of the best. Oh, I would never accidentally channel. An accidental channel is just disastrous. Oh, I'm not falling for the you are already dead. Actually, they could have a ninja. But, you know. I'm not really afraid of most ninjas. I'm kind of afraid of, oh, not that one, yeah. Bum 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 bum. I was kind of afraid of the Mukatai ninja, the one that like kills a creature. I was more afraid of them figuring out a way to kill my guy. Oh, yes. I don't have any enchantments in the graveyard yet. No! No, my brilliant restoration, my master plan. Oh, I should never have let the virus beetle take over the game. What was I thinking? And turn it into a 5/7? Thanks. Virus beetle getting the best of me right now. No, they're going to be able to draw cards. That's not great. Seems pretty good, the Tawashi Guidebot. I'm totally going to lose this game because the Virus Beetle got the ninjutsu something. If I just blocked it, it wouldn't have mattered as much. But they still would have returned it to action. And I was really afraid of you already. Dad, that card would have been really good against me. Huh. So if I draw a removal spell, they're just dead? So I can chump that. They go to 13, and then they're dead on the crackback. I'm in trouble. My deck doesn't really have a lot of way for me to leverage play skill, I don't think. Other than like whether or not to block the Virus Beetle that one turn. Yeah, I wasn't going to beat that card anyway. Yeah, that wasn't ideal. The removal the version of this deck that has more removal spells is probably better. Just so I can just kill all their stuff while I'm playing my Tanukis. I should probably also just play like way fewer lands. I'm gonna try that version, that variant. I don't want to splash two different colors. pretty easy Piseiju. Next turn I can jam the Sashiro. It's going great, Yadaro. We're about to win this game, like, very easily. Like, I don't think this game's going to be close at all. The Dragon Kami Reborn. Luckily, that card is unplayable. Like, I can literally just fade that into Antiquity. I don't have any Ninja Turtles in my deck. I'm going to play it extra safe and just get rid of this thing so they can't, like, randomly flip a crazy bomb into play. It's probably not necessary, but I think it's probably better to do than not to do. I'm also just going to channel this to make a massive creature. Like, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can make a 6/6 with haste. Or 5/5 with haste if I want to be able to attack with it immediately. I think I'll just attack with what I have, though. Hold up the Roaring Earth and the Master's Rebuke for any trickery. The exact kind of trickery I always suspected. I need to do this now so they can't crew the Mobilizer mech. If they wanted to do that for some reason. Why do they always have that card? That's going to be the bane of me. Still, I get a little bit of a 2-for-1 because they have to use the Tamiya Safekeeping. Real unfortunate. I'm just going to make a 6/6. Yeah, they concede. Nice. Oh, man. The Roaring Earth isn't really that good in my deck, I don't think. Don't really need this card. It's nice to be streaming again. Haven't streamed for a while, so thanks everyone for hanging out. Good to have you. Nice to be able to say hello again. Let's lock up this win. Maybe with our restoration special. We'll keep this. No! I'm so sad. Farewell, Orochi Merge Keeper. You were my only hope. I don't care about this thing because it can't attack me. So I don't need to worry about it. I'll make him spend the mana to use the Master's Rebuke. I guess if I had attacked, they probably wouldn't have blocked. Oh, they certainly wouldn't have blocked. Booyah. It's Tanuki time. So they didn't have a land to play. Interesting. If they could kill the Jukai training, I'm fine with that. Okay. Ah! Trample, trample, sure. The trainee shall keep me safe. No, the Tales of Master Seshiro. I shall triple block. Oh, both of those are problematic. Tanuki or Tails. I think this will be fine. Sure. Get him. So I can give this a surprise +2/+2. Tanuki! Ho 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 ho, yes. One Tanuki, one Tails. Or they know I have Tanuki. Oops. I'm gonna make a big attack with this branch next turn. Hit him for 12. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, I knew they'd make enough blocks that it wouldn't matter. So I'm gonna kill their 10-10. Tanuki. So they have 4, 7, 8, 9. They have 6, 10, 11 mana. So if I put the counter here, put another counter there, they can make this an 8-8, but yeah. This is an insane game. There's so many massive creatures. That Bearer of Memory is really annoying. I hope I win the game that I cast Brilliant Restoration and get back like 30 power. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. So I can still make this a 10-10 and hit. I guess I didn't need to attack with this guy. Yeah, I messed up. I shouldn't have just clicked attack all like that. I should have not attacked with the Merge Keeper, I think. Because they just get a free block with their Weaver. I mean, Bear, yeah. Nice, I get rid of the bearer. Perfect. This is 9 power to 9/9. Wow, the Merge Keeper connected. Gotta be aggressive in these spots to clear the board up a little bit. And they're dead. We got him. Yes! The restoration did its thing! That's so sick. Oh my gosh. Got him. But they were feeling pretty confident until that. Okay, I need to just play the card, the, like, Roaring Earth as a thing that makes all my lands insane. Also, having the commune to be like, instead of being a land, it was like an thing that could get an enchantment or a land was great. Got me another Tanuki. The deck did the thing. I mean, I'm happy. 3-3 with this deck. I mean, in this economy, I love that. I don't even know what it's from. Just in this economy. Oh yes, yes. This hand is got the Tanuki, got the restoration. Let's go. Tanuki is so sick. I've never seen that show. Bob's Burgers. Probably one of those. I think it's one of those ones that like animated like Family Guy, right? Yeah, I just never watched those. Okay. Let's go, Tanuki! Tanuki! We got back the Boseiju card, a Tails, and 2 Greater Tanukis. We got like a billion mana worth of spells back. Oh, man. Thanks, Yudaro. I shall. Oh, no! Zusa! Don't betray me! Yes. The Tanuki. Tanuki! They didn't have an extra land to play? Huh. I'm just so happy that the brilliant restoration plan worked. The plan worked! The plan worked! Charge! Get him! I might have to Master's Rebuke some stuff. Get out of here, Weaver. Nobody wants you. I want to rebuke you. There, you, No! I can still tap it for mana. Congrats, Charlie. Do. I bet you I'm gonna like Tameo's safekeeping is gonna be the card that wrecks me so much this format. I can already tell. The one that like if that's what it's called. The one that like one green that like gives it indestructible and hexproof. They get to make 2 of them? Yikes. Maybe I should have just killed this on my turn. I was hoping they would like try to put a counter on it or something. Farewell, Master Sashiro. Only one can tell the tale of Sashiro's living legacy. It's going great, Charlie. We're 3-3. We got a sick deck, and we got the Brilliant Restoration in hand to really wreck them. I've already got the mana to cast it, too. If they have a combat trick, so be it. If they want a triple block, I just get to get them all back. I shall send in Sashiro. Sashiro shall do the attacking beatdown work that must be done. And if they triple block, so be it. No! Oh, I really wanted to get more value. I think a 6/5 isn't even enough because they're still gonna kill me. Oh. Why does it have to be a 6/5? Ugh. I used my exile spell. I still have a couple fight spells. Return the Sky Turtle. I know you want to. Oh, they're gonna return the Intercessor's Arrest? No! No! I'm so dead! The Sky Turtle is such a problem. Such a sad day. If I draw one of my 2 remaining Master's Rebukes, I'm still in it. So 2 out of 24, 1 in 12, 8%. Anyone else impressed by my quick maths? That's right, I'm pretty impressed. Oh, I also have my Reach card, which is an out. 3 outs, 1 in 8. 12%. Give me the 12% to save my soul. Don't arrest me, please. No! Three and 3. Decent record. I misbuilt the deck at the beginning, so I flooded out too much. But it did some sweet things. And I got to show off that restoration card. Pretty cool. That's right. Getting the dubs. And we made a triumphant return to the Twitch streets. Feels great. Feels great. If you were watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way till the end of the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for more draft content, and comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. This was a really interesting one. We could have tried a bunch of different things, but we ended up going for the Brilliant Restoration. So if you made it all the way till the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Massive Restoration, because we had a truly incredible one where we got back, I think, 2 Tanukis, a Tails, and a Boseiju, so really awesome for the Brilliant Restoration to kind of do its thing in that one game. And I think this build was pretty good for the deck. I think Merge Keeper is pretty much the same thing as Cultivation, so should not really pick that as highly, but definitely a lesson learned. And yeah, Tanuki was great. The Restoration did pretty well in this deck. Tails was impressive. Boseiju was insane. We never drew this card, kind of funnily. And then all the other cards performed pretty well. The Master's Rebuke was good. The Roaring Earth, pretty good. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up button, as I said before, all that stuff. And also, if you would like to support my content, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. You gain access to some cool rewards like my tier list for Neon Dynasty, but most important of all, you're supporting my content, supporting all the work I put into my videos, and helping me continue to produce them on a consistent basis. So you get to choose an amount to pledge to support my content each month if you do become a patron, and you can cancel at any time, and you can find all the information at the Patreon linked in the description down below. You can also find in the description links to the NicolaiBolas merchandise, NicolaiBolas Discord server, my Twitter for when I post there whenever I post a new video or go live streaming, the link to this Twitch stream, link to my articles, all of that good stuff in the description down below. And yeah, if you're looking for more Neon Dynasty draft content, you can find my draft guide, my archetype guide, my other draft videos on my channel. So be sure to check those out if you're interested. Anyway, that is going to do it for this draft. A really sweet one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.